There came a sudden cry.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm reviewing the new film by David C. and Friends, who has directed such films as Blue Valentine and A Place Beyond the Pines, The Light Between Oceans, starring Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender along with Rachel Weisz. Now, the movie is about Michael Fassbender, who just returned from war in World War I, meets Alicia Vikander. They start to live together on this little island, this secluded island, where he takes after a lighthouse, and one day they come across a young baby girl adrift at sea, and they decide to raise it as their own without telling anybody, including the mother, played by Rachel Weisz, and they need to decide whether they want to keep the child and raise it as their own or return it to its own mother. This movie is also based on a book. I did not read it. I did see the trailers. There's a little bit more information given in the trailers. I'm not going to give you that information now, just because I feel like it's best not to know too much about it. I gave you the general conflict that happens, but as the main gist of the film, the main crux of the film. But let's start with how well the movie is. Performance-wise, we'll start there. Performances are great. Some people might complain that there's almost too much crying in the film. Also, by the way, be sure to bring some napkins and maybe some paper towel and Kleenex along with you, because you might be crying for some of the film. It is a tearjerker, especially there's some parts that really get you. But like I said, the performances, and especially Alicia Vikander, she cries a lot in the film as well. But I still love the performances. I love them. I think this rivals Alicia Vikander's other great roles in Ex Machina and what she won for with The Danish Girl. It's a great performance piece. And also for Michael Fassbender and Rachel Weisz, who are all just amazing in this film. They all crushed it. Like I said, performance-wise, it was amazing, and was the main reason I enjoyed this film, was just watching their performances. That paired with an interesting story where you as the audience member are siding with, like, do they give the child up? Do they not? I understand why they want to keep it, but I also see why they should give it back. And like, you see Rachel Weisz, her side of the story, and why she wants her child, but like, what about the child's sake? What about the child itself? Like, how is she gonna feel when she's with this person and when she's with this person? It's an interesting conflict, and you're like, you don't know where the right answer is. There's like, oh, if the child goes here, this will cause problems here, and if it goes here, there's problems here. It's just, there's a lot of options, and you're like, I don't know which one's the best option. I love that aspect of the film, because you don't know what the right answer is. Also, my favorite part of the film is the third act, for sure. It's kind of what it builds to, and I really enjoy the third act. There's a couple, not twists and turns, but a couple like things like, oh, wow, okay, that happened in the third act, and I really enjoyed that. That being said, the second act, it drags at some spots. It does get a little slow, a little tiring in the middle. There's some flashback sequences that, for me, I don't think were necessary. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the film, but there's some flashback scenes that I'm just like, I don't know if this adds anything. I feel like if you took it out, this movie would have been the same, would have had the same impact. So like I said, it does slow at some parts. It is a little bit thin, dragged out in the middle, and at the beginning, it does take a little bit to build up the momentum when you see the relationship kind of developing. Some might argue it develops too quickly. I was okay with it because you're in like 1918 when the story begins, and you kind of like, that's kind of how it worked back then. Everything was like quick, get married, have kids, and all that. So I understood that, and I kind of let that pass. But some might complain that that happens. Another big positive, though, is the directing and just the cinematography. I thought it was great. The look of the film is awesome. If you've seen like The Place Beyond the Pines, you know this director's got an eye. I love that movie as well. This movie just, like, again, visually looks great. Also, the musical score by Alexander Desplat was phenomenal. The use of music as well was great. When they used music to add to the scene, or when they didn't use music, was also really great, because sometimes when music isn't used, it almost adds more to the scene. So just that I loved as well. Oscar-wise, if you're wondering what this film has a shot at getting, in my opinion, it has a chance for the acting ones. I don't know what else is going to come out this year, but it has a strong chance, at least at the moment. Also, I think, like I said, musical score has a good shot. Cinematography has a good shot. Directing, probably not. I'm just going to be honest. Best Picture, probably not. But I think it has a shot in those categories, and maybe some other technical categories. At the moment, like I said, it's very early. It's September, just coming up when this movie's released. So there's a lot more films to see this year. But early on, I think it has a shot in those categories. So with all that said, I give The Light Between Oceans a movie rating of a 7.5 out of 10. Again, I think it's a solid film. Great performances that kept me interested while it was slow. Like I said, it is slow at parts. Then you're taking some stuff out, and it does kind of take a little bit to build up to the main point of the story. But once we get there, it is solid. And it'll, like I said, it'll keep your mind going like, I want this to happen, but I don't want this to happen. So it does have that quality for it. And again, enjoyment rating of 7.5 for pretty much all the exact same reasons, like I said. So anyways, let me know if you were looking forward to The Light Between Oceans. Let me know in the comment section below. Again, be sure to like this video and subscribe to have more videos each and every week. We got Oscar season coming up, so it's going to be a lot of good movies coming out, hopefully. And I'll try to get reviews out for the majority of them, if not all of them, because I'm making my goal again this year. I did it last year, to get every Oscar movie, acting and Best Picture one, the main categories, to see every one of them so I can accurately predict what I think should win and will win. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all later.